Hey up guys, and welcome to Chelmsford. I'm here today in this city right smack bang in the middle of Essex and just to the northeast of London, and here with my lovely wife Grace, and we're here to look around the town, find some good pubs. It's a city neither of us have ever been to before, so we're both really looking forward to this one. Now, evidence of settlement here in the area actually dates all the way back to the Neolithic and late Bronze Age times, but the modern city really begins in the Roman period, when the Romans built a fort here in AD 60 and a civilian town built up around it. This town was given the name, and I'm probably going to butcher this, Caesar Omegus or Caesar Omagus, and the exact reason for this name is unknown, but it basically means Caesar's Field or Caesar's Marketplace. The modern name Chelmsford actually goes back to the Saxon period, when it was probably named after a combination of the fording point over the river and an individual who's named after somebody. The next significant period in Chelmsford history probably came in 1199, when King John granted the town a market charter so a weekly market could be held here, and this would have increased traffic into the town and sort of cemented it as a hub of trade in the medieval period. However, that wasn't the end of Chelmsford's history, because in the 17th century it was embroiled in the English witch trials, and then in the 19th and 20th century it became another hub of industrial and technological innovation in England, especially thanks to Marconi's pioneering work into radio broadcasting, which firmly placed Chelmsford in the technological history books. Nowadays, Chelmsford is a city having been granted that title in 2012, and we're here today to have a look around and see if we can find some of its top real ale pubs. As I said before, neither of us have been here before, so we're looking forward to this one, but we've had a look online and we've found that there's probably some really good spots here. So if you fancy having a look round its real ale pubs, micro pubs, and possibly even a brewery tap room, and hopefully finding some of Essex's best ales, then join me and let's have a wander. Right, we found our first pub of the day, the Ship. Now this is a cracking looking traditional boozer with some gorgeous green tiling out the front and lovely dark wood panelling on the inside. It is a Green King pub, but apparently it's been in the same family for 3 generations now, and supposedly they have some really good beers on in here as well. So yeah, let's go and see what it's like.
Morning.
I hope you're right. I'm looking for a cool bay session IPA. What about you?
It's a brew cup.
Yeah.
Nice.
It is nice, isn't it?
Hiya.
Hey, hope you're right.
Yeah, good.
Could I do a pint of the Cool Bay, please?
Yeah.
And a half a Diet Coke, please?
Yeah.
Oh, it's nice, isn't it? We'll go for it. See you, mate.
Hello?
mate. Yeah, thank you, yeah, mate.
Found a lovely little corner here in the Ship. An absolutely fantastic nautically themed pub. Really nice in here. And we've gone for a pint of Chelmsford Brew Co. Cool Bay Session IPA. 3.9%, and we think about $4.70 a pint this one. So yeah, I'm pretty pleased with this because I said I wanted to try and get some Essex beers today. First pub, and we've got a Chelmsford beer. So we're going to give this a go, but first, a big thank you to Tenebrous Kate and Baron the 13th for getting these ones in. I really appreciate the round that you bought for us. Yeah, massive thank you. And if you fancy getting me a pint to help me on my adventures, there's a link in the description below. So yeah, let's give this Session IPA a go. Absolutely fantastic. Slightly grapefruity, but not too much. Bitter hop finish, and a little bit of sort of almost lemony sweetness as well. It's a really, really sessionable pint, as the name suggests, and I think it'd be absolutely fantastic in summer just to sit in a beer garden and have one of these. Cheers. That was the Ship. Now that was a late addition to our pub crawl. Originally we didn't have it on the list, and then I can't remember who now, somebody posted on X, I think it was, about having a long day and going for a pint in there. So I thought, oh, I'll have a look into that, and I'm really glad I did, because that was an absolutely lovely spot. In a lot of ways I was sad to leave it. It was really cozy, nice and warm, lovely pint, and really friendly bar staff. And I'm not going to lie, we had a bacon butty before we left the house this morning, but at £9.50 for a monster full English breakfast, I was very tempted in there to go for it. But no, I've been good. So yeah, we're going to head back the way we came now, towards Chelmsford train station, and find our first micropub of the day, the Ale House. Let's have a wander. Just happened upon this interesting looking pub called the Royal Steamer. I'm guessing it's not much of a real ale pub, but I'm going to show you the outside because it's a really nice little boozer. Right, we've had a look through the window, and it does look like there's some cask beers, and it's a really curious looking little spot. So we're going to have a little pop in and maybe get a half in here. So let's see what it's like. Hey, right. Could I do a half a Doom bar, please? Yep. Nice one. In this lovely quiet little spot, the Royal Steamer, and I went for a half of Doom bar because it looked like that was the only ale on, and I'm sad to discover there's another bar around this side of the pub with a beer I've never had on before, so that's a shame. But yeah, we'll give this Doom bar a go. To be fair, I've not had Doom bar in a lot of years. I can't even think how far. It was when I lived in Sheffield I last got Doom bar, so a long time ago anyway. Cheers. Absolutely not wrong with that whatsoever. It is your typical Doom bar, very sort of slightly bitter and maybe thinking about being a bit fruity. Not packed with flavour for me, but I know it's some people's top session beer. So yeah, still well kept, nice pint. Cheers. Well, nice half. Cheers. Right, for a little off-piste bonus pub, that wasn't bad. That clearly sort of small local spot, probably popular with the footy fans and the rugby fans, stuff like that. They had cricket playing in there, and it was very much covered in rugby stuff. So I'm guessing when stuff like the Six Nations is on, all that jazz, it's pretty packed. But yeah, nice and quiet for us, which was just what we were after, actually. There was absolutely nothing wrong with the Doom Bar. I was a bit worried when I saw it was mostly keg beers with the one pump clip. That always sort of worries you a bit in a pub like that, because you think you're going to get a pint of vinegar. But no, it was absolutely perfectly kept, right temperature, and he pulled the lines through before I had my drink, so he definitely knows what he's doing. Nice little spot. Anyway, back on track now. We're going to head to this Micropub, so let's see if we can find it. Right, we found it, the ale house. Lovely looking little micro, tucked away under the railway arches off the station. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. Love a Micropub, and this one looks like a top tier one. So yeah, let's see what beers they got them. We'll ask. There you go, bad kitties on.
Oh, yeah.
That's easy enough. Is that what you fancy?
Yeah,
Right. I hope you're right. Could we do a half of bad kitty and a pint of the pig and porter stout then, yeah? Fantastic, thank you very much. Where should we go? Right, we're here in the ale house, and I've gone for a, as you can imagine by now, a stout. This is the Apparition by, I think, Pig and Porter Brewery, 4.4% stout, and it's $5.20 a pint, so let's give this one a go. Oh yeah, fantastic. Oh, train's just gone over us, you can feel it in this room. Really, really crazy, that. But this beer, it's got a nice immediate toffee hit, and then it's got sort of quite a dry, bitter finish to it, and that lovely roasted character comes through really well. Really nice pint, that. Only sort of downside to it is it's a little bit lacking in body, but it's pretty typical for under 5% stouts in my experience, so yeah, cheers. Right, and since we've managed to get Grace a gluten-free half today, I'm going to pass you over to her, and she's going to review the beer that she's chosen.
So I've got half of Brass Castle, given that they're based in Malton. It's the 5.5% vanilla porter called Bad Kitty. So I have had it before, but I'm going to give this one a try. Yeah, it's really, really nice. I always go for it when I see it. It's nice and creamy and very gentle on the vanilla flavour, but it is there. And nice and roasted malty, and yeah, it's my favourite. And it's gluten-free, so cheers.
Right, yeah, that was a fantastic little micro pub under the railway arches of Chelmsford. Really friendly bar staff, nice little vibe to it. It was maybe a bit on the hipster side for me, I suppose, but yeah, there was some fantastic beers to choose from. You could have easily stopped there for a good few pints. There were so many good choices, and yeah, they always have multiple gluten-free beers on, from what I could tell. The house keg beer is gluten-free, and they pretty much always have a keg gluten-free line as well. And maybe we got lucky, but yeah, they had a cask beer as well. Fantastic little spot that was. Also, on Mondays, it's 50p off a pint of cask beer as well. Can't go wrong with that spot. Really, really, really nice little place. 100% recommend going in. But we've got another sort of traditional boozer up next called the Railway Tavern, and we've just got here, so I'm going to show you it now. Fantastic thin long building, this one. Could I do a pint of Riley's Right, please?
Pint of Ridley's Right.
Yeah.
Anything else, yeah?
Nice one. Cheers. So we're here in the Railway Tavern, and I've gone for a Ridley's Right, a session bitter brewed by Bishop Nick Brewery, I think it is, who are a 6th generation brewer based in Braintree in Essex. So another local Essex pint, this one. Let's give it a go. Another absolutely fantastic pint here today. Absolutely lovely initial bitter hit, and then like a mixed berry type sweetness. Then the sort of English hops really come through nicely on this one. Absolutely fantastic little pint, that. Cheers. Right, yeah, that behind me was the Railway Tavern. A lovely, quaint little locals boozer with a lot of sort of train theme to it. I honestly don't think I've ever been in a pub more themed to a train than today, and I don't think I've been in a pub more themed to a ship than today. So we've had quite the little experience with these pubs. Yeah, that spot was absolutely fantastic. The pint I had was a really nice, sort of probably I'd call it a standard bitter, easy drinking, sessionable bitter ale. Can't go wrong with that type of beer, really. I mean, they're pretty standard, but they're pretty easy drinking anyway. So yeah, and the staff, they were all really friendly, and it very obviously had a locals atmosphere to it. They had a lot of old boys in the pub, and yeah, we had a nice little chat with one of them as well. He was telling me a little bit about the beer that I'd got, the Ridley's Right. Yeah, fantastic little spot. But now we're going to head to a place called Voodoo Keller Bar. Ooh, sounds a bit spooky. I think it's a brewery owned pub, and I think it's underground and in the old magistrate cells. So this should be really interesting, this spot. But we've got to find it first, so yeah, let's have a wander. Right, here we go, we found it. Voodoo Keller bar, owned by Chelmsford Brew Co. So I'm pretty sure we should get some decent beers in here. Let's see if we can find the entrance, because I can't see it right now. That's locked.
That doesn't seem.
It's not round here, is it?
No.
It's supposed to be. Do another entrance round here.
I imagine it's down that. Doesn't look very open.
No.
Huh?
No.
Is there another entrance?
No, that's what I'm wondering.
Just walk round there. Did they reply?
Yeah. Yeah, it was supposed to open at 12:30.
Oh, what's time now?
2 o'clock.
What?
Where's Eva? Where's Eva?
The two-way street, so I don't know
Yeah.
what's going on.
But this woman just decided she's going to cut the door. Yeah. Is there any opening time in here? No. No. Yeah, look.
Oh yeah, Friday 12. The sample.
Definitely locked. Right, so despite all the internet and all the signs outside saying it's going to open at 12:30 and it's now I think 2 o'clock, we can't, either it's not open or we can't find the entrance. So it says on Wednesday and Thursday it opens at 3 to 4 PM. So we're going to come back at the end of the day and see if we can find the spot and see if it's open then. Maybe it's just opening a bit later today. Anyway, the next spot on our list is actually the main reason why we decided on Chelmsford today. It's called the Hop Beer Shop and it's the oldest micropub here in Essex. And you know me, love a micropub. Apparently they serve all their beer festival style directly out of the cask. So yeah, we're gonna head that way now, see if we can find it and hopefully get some decent beers. Yeah, onwards, let's go. We're coming up somewhere to this Hop Beer Shop now. Essex's oldest micropub, this one. Absolutely fantastic looking spot. Serves its beer cask, beer festival style. Now, I might be betraying the other northerners with this one, but I actually prefer my beer in a southern style, either straight out the cask or out of the beer engine with no sparkler. And for anyone who doesn't know, a sparkler is basically a small little plastic device that screws on to the end of a beer engine and it acts as a diffuser, so it forces small uniform sized little bubbles into the cask beer, and you can get different size sparklers for different size bubbles. And generally speaking, beer, well, real ale served in the north of England is served with a sparkler, whereas real ale served in the south of England is served just either straight out the cask or through the beer engine, without any sort of sparkler aid to add more bubbles into it. Yeah, here we are at the Hop Beer Shop. Fantastic little pub. Let's have a look in.
That's good. Yeah, that's bloody fine. Yeah. Going a long way into the tidy into the district area. Yeah, right. You're not actually allowed to buy something.
Oh yeah, you're right.
People are riding a scooter, like a prop car. Yeah, they're actually allowed to
Okay.
and impound it. Yeah, that's it. And so you pay
Cheers.
Oh yeah. Can I do a pint of the Woodford's Pure Gold, is it? 4.3? Cheers. Have you got any gluten-free beers at all?
That's gluten free, as it happens.
Oh, this one?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Do you want another one? You want half of that? Woodford's Pure Gold.
Oh,
Yeah, half of that as well, please.
Yeah.
Nice one. There you go, you can grab your one. Should we sit in the corner? Right, here we go. In the Hop Beer Shop, I've got the Woodford's Pure Gold, 4.3%, $4.50 a pint. Lovely looking golden pint. Let's give this one a go. Just another fantastic, easy drinking. Really, really nice, that one. Really smooth as well. And cheers. Oh, it's also gluten free. So Grace has got half of the same. We didn't even know when we ordered it. Cheers.
I don't think I like.
Right, and that was a little look into Essex's oldest micropub. Fantastic little traditional micro with festival style cask beer poured straight out of the casks. No music, no messing about, just sort of beer and conversation. Exactly what you want out of a micropub. And decor wise, absolutely lovely. Some hops hanging up on the walls, loads of pump clips everywhere. And a really friendly barman to boot as well. Can't go wrong with that spot. Anyway, we've got one more pub to check out today. I think it's another sort of traditional beer house. This one called the Orange Tree. Some say the best pub in Chelmsford, but we're going to put that one to the test and see what it's like inside, see what beers they've got on. But first, let's find it. Let's go. Right, we found the Orange Tree. Another lovely looking traditional pub. I can't quite put my finger on if it's a pub building or not. It's sort of got elements of it, but it could have just been a big, like, more sort of well-sized house at one point. I can't really tell, but it looks really nice from the outside. I'll show you it now. So yeah, let's go in, see what beers they got on. Alright. I'll do a pint of the Blackwood, please.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Right, last pub of the day. We've gone for the Grain Brewery Blackwood Stout, 4.5%, £4.80 a pint. Let's give this one a go. Oh, fantastic! Very, very licoricey stout, that one, with a nice body to it for 4.4% as well. Yeah, what a great pint to finish on that one. Unless obviously we manage to get into this Voodoo Keller bar, which may or may not open. Cheers. So that was the Orange Tree, our final pub on our little crawl today. And what a fabulous pub to finish on that was. A really, really nice locals traditional boozer in a little sort of suburban offset of the Chelmsford city centre, and really friendly barman. He was asked us what we were up to, and once he found out we were sort of pub tourists who'd come to Chelmsford for the day to see the pubs, he immediately poured me a generous taster of both of their own Orange Tree beers, the pale ale and the bitter, which were both fantastic actually. And that's the sort of friendly attitude that sort of permeated the pubs today. Everywhere has been super open, welcoming, super open, super friendly. So a really great spot to come to, Chelmsford. I'm really glad we came for the day. And yeah, if you enjoyed the pub crawl today, let me know which pub you thought looked the best. Let me know where I should head to next. Please like and subscribe, they help me out the most. And if you fancy regularly contributing to the channel, then the memberships are now open. So for the price of £1 a month, you can get access to my single pub showcase series. You can get early access to the regular pub crawl videos, and you get a sort of numerous other benefits as well. So yeah, I'll see you in the next one, I suppose. And remember, support your local pub. Cheers.